It's a cold, snowy day here in West Virginia, and I'm going to take the time here today to do a little repair work for my son and share it with you guys here on Joey's Tech Corner. If you're a parent of a child with an iPad, how important is it to back it up or sync it to iTunes? I prefer the iTunes versus syncing it to the cloud or backing up to iCloud, because usually if you go to iCloud, you're going to end up having to pay for storage because your backups are fairly large. And with about 5 gigabytes that they offer, it's not enough. So when you run into situations or iPads that look a little like this, then what do? What do I do with how do I recover this iPad now? And the bad news is the only way to recover it is to reset it. And we're going to do that here today, Joey's Tech Corner. Alright, so if you get to this point with the iPad, my research led me to a couple other ways of possibly cracking the code or cracking the key, the forgotten key. But what they are involving is the smart cover. And the only smart cover I have here is with an iPad Air. So this is an iPad 2, and the iPad Air smart cover doesn't work. So the only way that I've found that this is going to be achieved or fixed is to reset to factory defaults. And this will then allow us to go back to the factory settings, but then I will reconnect to iTunes and restore from a backed up image or a backup from a couple weeks ago, so we won't be losing much data. So this brings forth the importance of backing up your iOS device, your iPad, iPod Touch, iPhone, so that you can go back to recent dates without actually losing much in this situation if you forget your passkey. Alright, so I've got the disabled iPad here, and I'm just going to power it off. And then I'm going to connect it to iTunes by the USB cable while holding down the home button. This will allow us to go into restore mode on the iPad. Alright, you can see here that we're in restore mode, and we're going to click restore and update. You'll see the progress bar move, and you'll also see the progress in iTunes. Alright, so once we come to this point, you see now the iPad is beginning to pick back up, and on iTunes it's requesting that we activate the iPad using the previous login and password here. Alright, and you see here, once we get back up and running, it says, do you want to restore from a backup? And so you see there, I actually restored this one, or synced it, and we backed it up on the 5th of January. So it's just a couple weeks back. So we're going to restore from a known good backup, and there's other backups here in the list. But we did back it up on January the 5th, so we're going to go through with that restore. This is what you'll see on the front of the iPad screen, or the iOS device screen. Alright, now we're back, and the restoration is complete, and this thing should be at least close. We're going to do a passcode later, given the fact that locked us up this time, but at least we're close. We still got some applications being installed, so they're probably going to be here and there and out of place, but got some full folders here, looks like. So I believe we're back to at least January 5th. Alright, so these things are continuing to install, and I'm not going to be videoing as the installation continues. But that pretty much completes the process. Once these get reinstalled, everything should go back to at least close to normal as of January the 5th, as of the last date of date of syncing.